Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters.
Happy Friday.
Once again for your Power Couple Mental Fitness Program. And it is Relationship Empowerment Friday on today, family. We got a special treat for you on today. You know it's big weekend, so you know we got to be in and out, no doubt. We got to help other people. We got to help ourselves too, you understand? You know, so it's going to be a powerful topic of discussion on the day. We're going to be talking about you have the right to be happy. Again, you have the right to be happy. We have a wonderful sale going on in Kevlar Lifestyle this month for you. We want to say happy, African. You know, I mixed that in together right there. Happy African History Month. So on Kevlar Lifestyle, we provide African women's, men's clothing, accessories, health and beauty products for your needs, and we have a 10% off sale going on the entire store. So make sure you go over there and enjoy it, and we'll be back right after this commercial break. Thank everybody who's been tuning in. Thank everybody who is subscribed to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. We love you. We'll be right back.
We're here to service your African men's and women's clothing, accessories, health, and wellness product needs. Visit alkebulanlife.com.
Thank you so much again, family, for everybody who's tuning in. And before we begin, we like to give an honor to our ancestors. So we want to say Majuba Gungun. We want to give thanks to our ancestors, known and unknown before us. We want to give thanks to our ancestors who fought to maintain and to regain our tradition, our mental, our spiritual, and our physical and financial wellness. And we also want to say Kinkamashe.
Yes. Let nothing negative happen to you.
All right.
That's our prayer.
Or your family.
That's
and
right.
Those who are connected to you, your friends, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to get ready to dive in, family. Here we go. Again, we're talking about relationships here. And as we all know, for those of us who are realistic and don't come into relationships with unrealistic expectations, we all know
you will be disappointed
that that everybody has things that they go through in their life. Okay, but I just want to tell you some personal things that I've experienced. I want to say grand rising to my brother, brother Reese out there in the building. Hey, bro, we sent your watch out, man, the other day, bro. So your watch will be coming in the mail. Your watch and bracelet set. Thank you, brother, for your support. Appreciate you, man. Brother Kevin Dorval, you know, thank you so much for tuning in, family. You know, he actually has a wonderful relationship book, 7 Types of Kings and Queens. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to go check our brother out. Hey, Kev, if you would, man, please put your book information out there so they can go visit your site. I'll make sure I post it for you too as well, because this is Relationship Friday. Okay. Also, we love to advertise businesses. We're getting ready to dive in now. So as I was saying, family, you know, I'll never forget when I was in a relationship and I sought out counsel. And this is the reason why you got to be very careful about who is mentoring you. Okay. Because I was going through some things in my relationship. It wasn't a healthy relationship at all. You understand what I'm saying? Not for my mental period. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy. You know what I mean? The other person was selfish. Okay. Wasn't considerate about me, was only concerned about themselves. You understand? So, you know, they was also not only verbally abusive, but they were physically abusive. Right. So, you know, I was, you know, in Christianity at the time, you know what I'm saying? And I went to go get counsel and, you know, they're going to tell me, the one person going to tell me, oh, you need to stay there and suffer because Jesus suffered on the cross for our sins. And I said, what? I said, I didn't come to die for nobody's sins. I'm not the sacrificial lamb. This is not about the salvation of nobody's soul. What are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? You know, so I was like, man, I said, these people are bananas. You understand me? You know, so I use my common sense and I got up out of there. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and so with that being said, family, you know, you have a right to be happy, you know, and you have to be considerate about your feelings. You understand? You know, and if that person is not considerate of the way that you feel, you know what I mean? And it's not a two-way street, right? Then, you know, you need to end that. You know, and I know some people, oh, I'm not going to tell them. No, I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you, get up and get out of there. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have a right to be happy because it's not worth your happiness. You know what I mean? Like they're happy, but you're miserable. Queen, is something you want to tag on in a relationship topic in regards to make sure that you are happy?
I just want to do some house cleaning, meaning some things before I go on to say what I want to say. When I say house cleaning, I'm talking about cleaning your house, your internal temple. Let's get something straight. I believe that happiness is living in peace and harmony, mind, body, and soul. That's one. And I believe that happiness, a part of happiness, is caused by a personal effort. Meaning there's something that you should do in order to fulfill your own happiness, right? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that when you're in a relationship, your happiness starts with people who already feel whole, you know, who already feel secure and happy. You know, and what I mean by that is when you're entering in a relationship, you should have some type of love and happiness within your own self. As my king stated, you know, to push on to someone some unrealistic expectations or expect that partner to fully make you happy, that's an issue. You have to already come secure within yourself. You all have to already have some sense of happiness within your own self. I can't go to my king as if he's God and he has everything that I need to make me happy, because some of the things that I need within myself will not ever come from my king. And I believe too that happiness, being that you have now maintained happiness within yourself, that happiness should be able to flow from you to your partner and abroad. You understand that the happiness should be able to flow through you and abroad. Now, see, I always talk about unrealistic expectations. I was teaching a relationship group once before, and I want my man to do this. I want him to do that. I mean, unrealistically, some things that you're requesting of these people, that those are things that only God and you can take care of. You see what I'm saying? And those things bring unnecessary stress and duress to your relationship. You know what I'm saying? If some of this stuff, like I say, you need to go to your creator and also look within yourself to make these changes. I also want to say too, so now that we got the housekeeping apart, we know that we need to get our house in order before we start projecting this stuff onto other people to make us happy. I will say this. Inside of a relationship, there are times where there's just no happiness. He's not happy. She's not happy. The children not happy. The dog, the cat, everybody unhappy. You see what I'm saying?
The dog even howling.
You have to do an assessment of what's going on in the home. You know what I'm saying? If the husband can't change, the wife won't change or whatever, then, you know, you might want to make some other arrangements or come to some type of, if you can, some type of agreement. That's right. I can say also too, in the relate of being happy, I remember being in a situation where I received some bad advice. You know what I'm saying? I was told that, you know, I was living with this individual. As a matter of fact, I was married to them. And I was told that in order for me to be happy, I needed to go on the other side of the house to live. Now, mind you, now we married, but this individual on the outside was giving this horrible advice, telling me how to stay in a relationship where I was not happy just by moving to the other side of the house. When in fact, what should have been happy if I was going to stay there is that individual and me, we needed to really talk it out, hash it out, come to some type of conclusion. And if we couldn't come to a conclusion, then it might have been time for me to move on. Needless to say, I'm not there anymore. Which in fact, if at that time I had, that was tradition. I see what you said, Reese. That's the truth. It's tradition. And then let me tell you something. That's why people are like, oh, I don't know why, marriages don't last as long as they did back in the day, because nobody's breaking up, going in other rooms. We going to divorce court. Why am I in this house with you and you making me unhappy? You treat me like a dog. You're mentally abusing me. You're physically abusing me. You know what I'm saying? You're physically abusing the children. That's why the marriages don't last like they used to, because nobody's putting up with that.
Absolutely. And then for me, people got to be careful with this religiosity thing. Okay. And I have to expound on this because some people are being brainwashed. You understand? Some people want to quote biblical verses to you and keep you in a situation where you are being verbally and physically abused. You understand? And that's unhealthy for you, your child, and your children. You understand? Some people are religious extremists, and we have to understand this. Listen, family. Yes, you can quote that verse all day long about, well, Jesus said the only time you should leave is somebody commit adultery. Understand this very clearly. Which one is more severe? Physical abuse or adultery? Which one is more severe? You understand? And we got to start using common sense. See, that's the problem with religion. You understand? People will take verses and manipulate those verses and cast a spell on your mind, and you're in a verbal situation. This person is verbally abusing you. That's worse than adultery. You understand? That's worse than adultery. You understand? Because they're damaging your mind, right? This person is constantly, right? They're constantly spending the money. All right. You can't get nowhere. You can't, move forward financially in your life. You understand what I'm saying? But, they didn't commit adultery. Okay, but your lights keep getting turned off. Your water keep getting turned off. The landlord keep bringing eviction notices. You understand?
Oh, they on crack.
Listen, man, some people don't want to change. You understand what I'm saying? Whomsoever is willing, let them come. Listen, stop allowing people to trick you with these verses and everything, man. That person got to be willing. They not willing. Oh, I'm going to just keep praying. Oh, I'm just going to pray and hope. Listen, you know what you need to pray for? A way out. You need to pray for a way out so you and your children or your child can be safe. And they can be in a wholesome environment. You understand? Some people are parasitic. And I'm just going to tell you the way that it is. Some people are parasitic. They are a weight. All right. They're not a blessing. They're a burden. You understand? They always want to argue. They got a contentious spirit. They just want to do what they want to do. They don't want to respect the covenant that they made in marriage. You understand? And guess what? If they live in single, then they need to be living single. Do you understand? You understand?
Yeah.
If they're living single, they don't want to incorporate you in major decisions. They just want to do what they want to do, go where they want to go. They don't have to answer to you. Then it's obvious they don't have the mindset to be married. They don't want to go to marriage counseling. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, family, you love them, but they don't love you. Understand? I love that song by Teddy Pendergrass. It's so good loving somebody when somebody loves you back.
They got to love you back.
Huh? They got to love. It has to be.
Reciprocity.
It has to be mutual. Remember this. Marriage means to unite. Where is the unity in that?
There it is. There it is.
There's no unity in that.
Stay right there.
You understand? You know, and you got a right, you know what I'm saying, to help them to be single because they're living an individual life.
Yeah.
They're not living, you know, a life where it's we, it's ours. You understand? No, it's mine's. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they live. It's me, me, me. You know what I'm saying? It's no we. You understand? Well, guess what? If they want it to be me and there's no we, then help them to be me by themselves. Yeah. You understand why? Because you don't need to continue to frustrate yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? If you're not happy and you know you got to constantly, you know, well, where are you and accountability and you know, always every time you turn around, coming in at all hours of the night and everything else like that. But people want to tell you, oh, just pray about it. No, we need to use our common sense about it.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? We need to use our common sense about things. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, you know, if you're not careful, you know what I'm saying? Like my queen was talking about the old school way, you know, some people, man, you know, they don't have the confidence to move on.
Right, right.
You want to talk about that?
Yes, I can tap on that a little bit. Exactly. Especially as being a woman in a relationship. There are some things that we are taught. And I always say, you know, you hear songs like, you know, half a man is better than no man at all. And like I say, and it's a lot of half men walking around, but there has to be a level of accountability amongst each and every one of us. We enter into a union, a marriage with, well, one partner is expecting you to do what you said in your vows. Actually, both of you should be performing that which you said in your vows. But yes, also we have to pay attention to how did this individual act prior to marriage? Marriage does not change anything. What? If you were remotely unhappy prior to saying I do not come to marriage thinking that it's going to change. You know what I'm saying? There's some things, yes, we can work on some things, but trust me, as Maya Angelou said, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Uh-huh. Especially if you done dated them for 5 years before you got married, and they gonna act a fool when they get married too. The same difference. That's right. It does not change anything in that area. But in regards to was it bad advice or the old school? Yeah, the old school way. We were taught to even though the men were married to you, even if they had outside children, even if they had outside relationships, that it was okay, long as he come home to me. You see what I'm saying? But in my mind, that means that he's taken away from the house. And that means that I'm struggling. And where he's faltering, I have to pick up. That's not a whole healthy relationship. That's not wholeness at all. That's right. We were taught all type of things before. Probably back in the day, they were allowed to beat on the women and verbally abuse them. You know, long as he paying the bills. In some situations, he's not paying the bills. That's you deep. See what I'm saying? That's deep. And that's not the way that it should be. There should be happiness flowing. There should be, I always pray this prayer, peace be within the walls of this house. Yeah. Prosperity within the palaces. That's right. You see what I'm saying? And as for my husband and myself, we have to work on that together. And just like, you know, you in your marriage or your relationship, you have to work on these things together so that you can have a wholesome, healthy relationship.
Absolutely. And I think about those songs that even came back out, because a lot of us, we talk about old school is so much better. In some cases it is, in some cases it's not. Because remember that one song, it says, well, a half a man is better than no man at all. Huh? You understand what I'm saying?
What half we talking about?
Do
we have the brain or do we have what half?
You see? You know what I'm saying? And then also, you know, in the song, it says, I don't care about those other women, just be good to me. Remember that song? Anybody remember that song? I can't remember who the female artist was that sang that song, but you had two females, those two different songs. And in those songs, it tells you that.
MC Light.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yep, MC Light, that was a verse. Yeah, it was Poor Georgie or something in that song. And she did say that actually. She really did. And it came from that song. The other song, I can't remember who sang the song, unfortunately.
A lot of
but you know what I'm saying?
songs.
I don't care about that. Other girls, just be good to me. You understand? You know, and so that's the reason why I said that, you know, we had to be careful about who we receive counsel from. You understand what I'm saying? And I highly encourage those of you who have low self-esteem, you know, to get the counseling that you need to nurse yourself to mental wellness so you can have the confidence to get up out of there. You understand? There are services that will help you, sisters, okay, to be able to get out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? And for men, I know some of you, I've been there before myself too. I've been in that situation and I got up out of there very quickly.
Oh, I got to say.
Okay, because hands was put on me, you know what I'm saying? And then my hands went to go put back on that person. You understand? And I had to get up out of there. You know, seriously, all jokes, I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? That was not a healthy environment, you know, to provoke me to the point of rage, you know what I'm saying? To be violently angry, you know what I'm saying? You know, and none of us should live in that situation. You know what I mean? When you're in a relationship, it's not that you're not going to get upset periodically, but my goodness, when you know it feel like hell all the time, it feel like you're living in hell all the time. Yeah. You understand? You're gonna have your moments. You know, that's just realistic right there. You know, you're gonna have your disagreements sometimes. You're not gonna be happy with each other all the time. But if you are disgruntled majority of the time, okay, then you got to ask yourself the question, why are you disgruntled all the time? And if you're honest with yourself, if it's not something that you're doing to cause these problems, you understand what I'm saying? Then you could be good with that. You know what I mean? But if it's the other person, you know what I'm saying, that's bringing unnecessary roughness, you know what I mean, into the relationship, you know, and they're constantly causing chaos and there's no peace. You know what I mean? You don't feel the love. They say that they love you, but their actions doesn't show that. You know what I mean? Because they verbally and physically abuse you. You understand what I'm saying? You know, or they don't respect you. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily put their hands on you, but they don't respect their vows. You know what I'm saying? They continuously keep committing adultery or continuously keep cheating on you. Well, you know, if they have a sexual problem like that, then they need to go to a doctor and you know, and get their sexual drive under control and have that sexual discipline. You know what I mean? But when you're in a relationship, it's a one-on-one type thing. I mean, at least in this household, that's the way we move. Now, some people, hey, that's what they do. But normally, if two people didn't come to an agreement on, yeah, we can have an open relationship, then guess what? That means it's not welcome. It's not welcome. So if you didn't have it with that man and brother, you didn't have it with that woman, you understand? Then listen, it's time to cut the ties. You know what I'm saying? Understand it's time to cut the ties. You know what I'm saying? How many times are you going to keep hearing that same apology? Because what you're doing is, unfortunately, unbeknownst to you, you're being an enabler, which means that every time you keep letting it go, you're giving them permission to continue to keep doing it over and over and over again.
Yes. I just want to talk about prayer for a minute. You know, oftentimes, you know, we go into prayer and we fast and we pray in order for our spouse to be delivered. And that's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. And there's nothing wrong. And I'm sure there's some ladies with some miraculous testimony about how they prayed for their husband for 10 years. And then he finally, after he over 40 and drugged down, finally turned his life over for the better. You see what I'm saying? But I was in a situation once. I was in a 25-year relationship. And mainly the reason that my relationship drug out so long is because of the prayer, because of when I say prayer, I was told to pray. And because of some of the advice of some of the elders who had been in their relationships for a long time. My relationship was not healthy at all. It shouldn't have lasted 2 years. You see what I'm saying? But here I am 25 years later holding on. And I remember going in, I'm a very, very spiritual person. And I do believe that I hear spirit, you know, the one that speaks to me, or in my internal spirit. And I remember going into prayer one day when the relationship, it was time for the relationship to end. And I began to ask Spirit, what's going on? You know, things just seem to be this it. And Spirit said to me, you know, the reason that you're there and you've been there so long is because you asked me. You asked to stay there. That's where you wanted to be. But that's not what, that wasn't the intent that I had for you. That I permitted you to be there. That wasn't your destiny. That wasn't your life's focus. That's not where you're supposed to be. And I began to think about it, how many times we're in relationships and in situationships that we shouldn't even be there. We're wasting time. That was a quarter of a century that I wasted. I mean, not to say that I didn't get two beautiful children out of it, and that the individual was, you know, beat me or anything like that. The thing is that in this life, it's precious. Time is precious. You know, our destiny is precious. We have to make sure, and very sure if we can, that the path that we're on, that it's the right path. And if you know prior to you getting into a marriage or some type of relationship that you should not be there, you hear that small, still voice say, this ain't it, believe the voice. Trust me, like they say, I'm going to believe my first mind. I'm going to go with my first mind. And if your first mind tell you that this is not it, then it's not it. You see, so a lot of times we continue on in these relationships and we're not happy, you know, and we think that something miraculous is going to happen. It may not, but if you're the only one hoping and wishing and praying for the miracle to happen, and the other one, they on the south side of town, or they have bad intentions, it's not going to work.
That's right.
So I say to you, as I always point people inward, to take some time to get happy with yourself, to get to know yourself, to work on developing yourself so that you can be a whole individual. That's so right. That when a person comes at you sideways, you be like, yeah, brother, I know your spirit. No, even if you the man down the road, you ain't ready now, and you're not going to waste my time.
That's right. You know, you better start having Sister Beyonce attitude. You must not know about me. I have another you in a minute. Now, I wouldn't say he'll be here in a minute. That's going to start a fight. You know what I'm saying? But, you know,
not 1 minute, 5. Just give me 5.
You know, you understand. You know, but I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Thank you so much, family, for hanging in there with us. Definitely want to send a shout out to our good sister, Tammy Marie Buckley, our good sister, you know what I mean? Please just put your book information. I believe it's From Brokenness to Wholeness. Please put your information out there, because she has a book that can actually coach you in that area, you know. So if you would please just put that information there so I can put it up on the screen before we tune out, so everybody can have access to that powerful, life transforming book that you have out there, you know. And also we send our love to Brother Reginald too as well, man. We love y'all. We appreciate your continued support. I want to thank my good brother Reese that's out there for tuning in, man. If you're down in the South Florida area, man, reach out to our brother. He has a phenomenal detailing business as well. All right. So don't forget, family, we do these programs every. Thanks, Sister Rochelle, for tuning in. Sister Rochelle Davis is in the building. What up, sis? How you doing? We send our love to you. That Delta is in the building, holding it down. Go ahead, sis. Put it up. Go ahead, throw it up, sis. Throw it up. Now, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that now. I'm just saying. I know y'all don't be messing around. Them so Roro's out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we thank you all for tuning in. You know, we greatly appreciate that, man. Okay, yeah, there it is. Hey, thank you, Reese. Hey, Tammy, remember to, if you're still out there, sis, please put your information out there so we can post it for you. I want to make sure before I log off that, you know, we definitely put your information up there too.
Oh yeah. See, you got it up there for him.
All right, family. So as you know, we also have a networking business, and this is a part of our business. That's our nonprofit. Hey, go ahead and throw them up, sis. Throw them up. The Delta in the building. You queens, I got a lot of respect for you queens, man. Real talk. You sisters were definitely putting in that work when we was down in South Florida. So I'm very, very proud of you all. You know what I'm saying? You definitely hold it down.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You definitely put in that work, sis. She said, no doubt. Throw it up. There it is, family. But yeah, Tammy, I don't know if you out there still, sis.
She had to go to work.
Oh, she got to go to work. Oh, man. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right, Reese, you know, we'll throw yours back up there. There it is. She said, throw it up. No doubt, throw it up. Hey, man, we love you all. You know, again, thank you so much for tuning in for your relationship empowerment, you know, for Friday. And remember, next week on Monday, we do the Power Couple Mental Fitness on Mondays and Wednesdays, where we touch on various topics, you know, dealing with spirituality, dealing with economics. You know, you never know. So just tune in. I promise you, you know, it'll definitely be worth your time. We're getting testimonies about these programs, and we thank you all so much for letting us know that. But do us a favor, please. You know, put it in the comment blocks. Please send us an email. Shoot us an email at our email address that we have. All right, send it there. You know, make sure you know, if you want to talk to us, please. There go our telephone number. Okay, that's our business line to EY Pele Movement. You know, where our ministry, we focus on spiritual and your physical and your financial well-being. So we're here for you. You know, please feel free to give us a call. You know, please do. We want to help you heal as well. We've healed. We're still healing too. We're no different than everybody else.
On this working. We working.
You know what I mean?
We working.
But we definitely working, family. So we get ready to tune out. We do these programs in the AM. Okay, and we are out of here. We love you. It's date weekend, y'all.
Yes.
Yes, sir.